I'm going to try to talk fast because I tried to do this yesterday, but because it went 25 minutes, my phone would not upload it. So I'm going to try this on a tablet and see how I go. So I was talking about as far as the borderline personality disorder. And I found out the percentage of the 80% that will commit suicide is 10%. Okay, so that was one thing that I spoke on, or was speaking on, that won't go up. Now, we all know that we have a lot of triggers. A lot of times we don't know what is the main trigger. But here's one little short clipping or typing. The most common triggers are relationship triggers. Many people with borderline personality disorder have a high sensitivity to abandonment and can experience intense fear and anger, impulsivity, self-harm, and even suicidal in relationships events that make them feel rejected, criticized, or abandoned. So you're not crazy when it comes down to your triggers, because something like that, your family members need to know. Now, I heard this before, and I believe a doctor told me, and I found it, and this writing is a little small, so bear with me. People want to classify and say we're selfish, manipulative, untreatable, and clingy. This is how people, even mental health professionals, describe those who live with borderline personality disorder. But considering what a person experiences with BPD deals with daily, these labels aren't fair, which isn't right, because it's not fair. People with BPD are like people with third-degree burns over 90% of their bodies. Should I read that part again? People with BPD are like people with third-degree burns over 90% of their bodies, lacking emotional skin. They feel agony at the slightest touch or movement. That's how BPD specialize, via Marsha Lanham, because she's the founder and one that came up with the dialectic behavior therapy, describes in the deeply misunderstood mental health condition. That badly burned emotional skin means people living with borderline personality disorder lack the ability to regulate their emotions, behaviors, and thoughts. In fact, dysregulation disorder would be a more exact, less stigmatizing name for the condition, according to medical director, blase, blase, blase. So, yeah. You're not crazy. I'm not crazy. Yeah, people say get over it. It's not that deep. Yeah, we may seem like we cling, because we don't want nobody to walk out our lives. Okay? We almost do just about whatever to keep them in our lives, even if it costs us a lot. Is it fair? No. Sometimes we do what we have to do just to keep them in our lives so we don't lose them. And they mean us no good. And then the ones that do mean us some good struggles to understand how serious it is. You can't just brush it off and expect somebody to roll over and be like, okay, I'm all better. Yeah. If anybody told you that, if you thought you can get away with it, smack them. Okay? Alrighty then. I'm not making light of it because I've been dealing with this for a while. So many people have walked out my life. So many people just didn't understand me, couldn't understand me, and didn't want to understand me, even after I printed out everything for them. So, I only gave whatever the first date that was set. I don't even remember. Today is Monday. Okay, so Saturday, when I put that uplink on, it's about the 80 and the 20% that most people probably did not know. And like I said, I tried to do this yesterday, but it wouldn't upload. Maybe I was too intense and too deep with it. And plus it was 25 minutes long. I don't usually talk that much, but I must have had a lot to get out. Okay, moving right along. So we know the percentage. And guess what? If you're looking at this, you're okay. And it's okay to have your moment. You want to know why? As the doctor says, you're still here. You're not part of that 80% that's living in institutions. Okay? Yes, you may have been in and out of the hospital for whatever reason. That doesn't mean that you don't have a complete handle on things. We all have our ups and downs and our major triggers, our little triggers. We're like third-degree burn victims. Can you imagine if you try to tell somebody that and they like to play around with you, be like, oh, did that burn? Oh, did that hurt you? You will want to hurt them because they're trying to trigger you. Now, you may just now finding out this particular information, but guess what? It makes sense why we are so antsy and just, can't handle things. And yeah, it destroys relationships. It destroys all types of relationships. Family walk away, friends walk away, boyfriends walk away, girlfriends walk away. What do? If you show this, if you was a member of a church and you showed this to your church family, oh, you're demonified. Yep, you're demonified. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Remember, we have skills. We are talented, but we also have a lot of mental health problems. And I'm so sorry that no one really can deal with me, in the way that I would like for them to. So I take what I know and I upload, and hopefully, I know y'all get so sick of me saying this, if I can just help one person, it's all worth it. And guess what? It may not help that person in this season, in this time. It could be 50 years later from now if the world hasn't come to an end. It may be for someone 10 years down the road. Okay? Because until YouTube blows up and they close it down, everything we upload is up here permanently. Okay? Unless we delete whatever we upload. So this may not be for nobody right now in the present moment, but this statement can help somebody that wishes to kill themselves because they don't know what's what. I gotta go. Keep that thought in mind.